The Galactic Council's emergency session had lasted 14 standard hours, and High Arbiter Zextul's crystalline form flickered with exhaustion. The holographic displays surrounding the chamber showed the same devastating reality from every angle. Humanity had done the impossible again. "The gates are sealed," Admiral Vorth announced, his 6 arms gesturing helplessly at the tactical displays. "Every single stargate in the Terran sector has been locked down with quantum encryption barriers. No ship should be able to pass through. No energy signature should penetrate. It's mathematically impossible." "And yet," whispered Counselor Lyra, her tentacles coiling nervously around her hover seat, "they're everywhere." The reports had started trickling in 3 cycles ago. Human ships appearing in systems they couldn't possibly reach. Human colonies sprouting on worlds that required passage through sealed gates. Human traders casually arriving at stations as if interdimensional travel bans were merely suggestions. Dr. Sarah Chen materialized in the chamber's witness dock with a soft shimmer of light. Her form projected from the human embassy ship, Persistence. The assembled aliens regarded her with a mixture of awe and deep unease. "Dr. Chen," High Arbiter Zextul's voice resonated like singing crystal. "Perhaps you could explain how your species continues to spread across the galaxy despite our security measures." Sarah smiled, the expression somehow both innocent and predatory. "You slammed the front door, Arbiter. But humans have a saying. When one door closes, we find a window. Or in this case, we make our own." She gestured, and a holographic display materialized showing the quantum structure of a sealed stargate. "Your barriers are impressive, truly, but they're based on the assumption that travelers need to use the gate's intended function. The gates are the only method of faster-than-light travel." Admiral Vorth protested. "Without them, crossing galactic distances would take millennia." "For you, perhaps." Sarah's smile widened. "But humans are excellent at creative problem-solving. We noticed something interesting about your quantum locks. They seal the dimensional aperture. Yes, but they actually create tiny fissures in space-time, where the energy bleeds through." The chamber fell silent except for the ambient hum of life support systems. "You're exploiting the flaws in our own security system," Counselor Lyra breathed. "We prefer to think of it as alternative navigation," Sarah replied cheerfully. "Those quantum fissures you create, they're microscopic, sure, smaller than an atom, but human engineers have developed something we call probability threading. We compress our ships into quantum foam, slip through the cracks at the subatomic level, and reassemble on the other side." High Arbiter Zextul's form brightened with what other species recognized as alarm. "That's theoretically impossible. The energy requirements alone would require the entire output of a star, yes. Under normal physics," Sarah nodded. "But humans have a gift for making normal physics negotiable. We've learned to borrow energy from parallel dimensions, pay it back in alternate timelines, and use the quantum uncertainty principle as a credit system." She paused, watching the horror dawn on their alien faces. "The universe is vast and full of loopholes, Arbiter. You just have to be creative enough to find them." "This is insane," Admiral Vorth muttered, his 6 arms trembling. "Your species treats the fundamental laws of reality like a puzzle to be solved." "Well, yes," Sarah agreed. "Isn't that what they're for?" The chamber erupted in a cacophony of alien languages as the council members frantically consulted with their homeworlds. Through the chaos, Sarah heard fragments of panicked conversations. "Double the encryption. Try temporal locks. Maybe we should just negotiate." When order was finally restored, High Arbiter Zextul addressed her directly. "Dr. Chen, what would it take for your species to respect our security measures?" Sarah pretended to consider this carefully. "Well, we could agree to use official channels for all our travel needs. But we'd need the gate network to be fully operational and unrestricted. Can't respect security measures that don't let us through, after all." "You're holding the entire galaxy hostage," Counselor Lyra accused. "Hostage?" Sarah looked genuinely surprised. "We're just going about our business. Trading, exploring, settling new worlds. If your security measures happen to be inadequate to stop us, well, perhaps they weren't very good security measures to begin with." The truth hung in the chamber like a bitter medicine none of them wanted to swallow. They had tried to cage humanity, and humans had simply walked through the bars. High Arbiter Zextul's form dimmed to a defeated gray. "Very well. The Galactic Council will consider reopening certain Stargate routes for human vessels. All routes, Sarah corrected gently. Partial access won't work. Our ships are already everywhere, remember? We're just asking for the convenience of using the front door instead of crawling through your basement windows. After another hour of debate, the vote was unanimous. The Great Seal was lifted and the Stargates hummed back to life across the galaxy. As Sarah's projection faded, she left them with one final thought. Oh, and Arbiter, you might want to check your quantum encryption algorithms. We may have left a few improvements in your security system. Consider it a gift between friends. The chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity hadn't just broken their locks. They had picked them so thoroughly that they now held copies of all the keys. In the depths of space, human ships continued their eternal dance between the stars, no longer confined by gates or barriers or the small imaginations of species who thought the universe had rules that couldn't be bent. After all, humans had always been excellent at finding cracks in seemingly solid walls, and once they found them, they had an irritating habit of making them bigger